Welcome in, I'm Winder, this is WTV, and you are here tonight for the 2-week challenge.
Hello and welcome back to the 2-week challenge. Our builder, CmilesKC, has been working at a feverish pace to deliver a new family area to the park. This will allow people for years to come to experience memories of the American Adventure theme park. We have a wunderbar mine train consisting of 3 flat rides and a brand new log flume, Nightmare Niagara 2. We are yet to open the park as we are still putting the finishing touches to the entrance plaza and car parks. And we have one more area to see before we do. But today we are opening the new area to you for a sneak peek at our new rides. Ha-ha! So, let me hand you over to Winder now, and he will take you on your tour. Aha!
So, there you have it. Welcome, guys, to Season 3, Episode 4 of the 2-week challenge, American Adventures. But before we have a real look in depth at these beautiful builds, we need to invite in the star of the show, a wonderful builder, Mr. CmilesKC. Are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Ha! Welcome in, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, Winder?
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see you, man. I'm very, very good. I've been excited all week about this. Can't wait to get into this park and have a look around and you talk us through the build, because there's some beautiful buildings here to have a look at. In fact, let me show you. Let me show chat. I think this is your favorite view, and it's mine as well. This view from Hey Hey Tay's kiosk window. Well, just outside the kiosk window, and it's absolutely beautiful. But we're not going to look at that first, because there were multiple builders last week that we introduced everyone to. You were the first. You were the introduction. But we reintroduced 2 older builders from Season 1 and Season 2 who helping us with a bit of the infrastructure. And I thought, Mr. Miles, you might like to help me review their builds. Shami and Jarrow had a task. They had this small plot of land to start building some local amenities for the area. Jarrow had this little area here. Oh, you're not going to see because my face is in the way. There you go. This little area here to build a couple of shops and some and some car parks and stuff like that. And then Shami had the larger space to make a primary school. So, first off, what do you know about British housing? Does this is nothing like America where you're from, is it, Miles?
Yeah, yeah. Ours is more sporadic. In like you could have a street that has one type of house on it and a completely different type of house on it,
Hmm.
and also like a three-car garage.
This is the
um,
UK. This is the UK. Every
right.
house built since 1990, 1980 looks like this, pretty much.
I try to incorporate that as much as I can.
Well, this is
Different
your build
representation
here.
of all the right, different representations of a guy in the corner who has the big house, but you have a small house next to it. It really is the further you get out from the city, you really find a sporadic collection of different types of houses. So I
Yeah.
kind of had to choose, and I was like, well, this would kind of what it would look like if it was over in England. This is kind of what I imagine it would look like.
Well, I absolutely adore it, and so did the council planner, Angela Simmons. She loved this nice little close on the end of the development. So they have given it a name. They've called it Miles Close. There you go.
Oh,
There you go. So this is a road that's been named after you, sir.
hmm
It's very, very good.
I nicknamed it temporarily the high five, or it looks like a hand,
It does,
reaching
doesn't
out,
it?
like saying hello.
It does. That's so good. I didn't see that. That's brilliant.
I had fun with that, and then I kind of put a fountain in the middle because you'll find that here. You'll find a cul-de-sac, which is basically a turnaround, and they'll
Yeah.
put a fountain or some sort of something in the middle so you
Hmm.
can drive around it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's good. I like it. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
In a lot of the new builds in the UK, they probably wouldn't put that. They'd probably just make it all tarmac because everyone's got about 8 different cars
Hmm
in their houses now.
Right.
So
hmm
the- I live in a new build, right? Nobody uses their
It's
garages. Everyone just parks on the road outside the front of their houses, which really winds me up.
yeah. I mean, and that's kind of how it is here. We have, houses here on our street that have garages, and some that do, and some that don't. We have a detached garage that's in our backyard.
See, this
So,
this would be one of my neighbours. Look, they park here, right? Because they live
well,
there. Because they can't be bothered to park in their space, which is there, and walk a little bit further. So they'll just park there and block the road. So that's why I put
they
that
want to
in.
get a good view. They want to get a good view of their car from the window.
Yep. Anyway, we're going to go down and we're going to have a look first at Jarrow's build. Look at this from Jarrow. He's got Foxy's Flowers
Oh wow.
and Kate's Greengrocers.
Oh, that's great.
Very, very cute, I thought. Really, really nice. And he's got a
I
little...
love the piping on the side too. I love the realism of the aspect.
Yeah, and he's got like the fire alarm on the top. The smoke alarm or whatever
Oh,
it
that's
would be.
cool. Cool.
And then you got Foxy's Flowers. We all know Foxy's famous for all of Foxy's wonderful flower arrangements. I've got a
Oh, great.
WTV
Yes.
one. But yeah, beautiful. And Kate's Greengrocers. Very, very nice. Exactly what you'd want for all these little locals down here. We just need an off
Good.
license now and they'd be very happy. And then we've got a car park for it, obviously. He had some customer car parking. And he's also got
Oh yeah.
delivery bays out the back. Look at that. Love it.
It's
Love a
great.
bit of
I
realism.
love that. I love that the cars are actually at angles because a lot of times that happens in real life to where you don't get perfect parking jobs,
I
and
always park
that's
straight.
right. And you get the one who backs in, and you get the person who's like, okay, I try to take up two spaces.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That sort of thing.
Then we go
Great.
down here, and we've got next Shipley Primary School, which is
Uh,
where we are, and we've got the. I assume this must be staff car park here, and I love it. We've got all these big fences around it. All the UK schools have
love
this, so you can't get into them. You've got a
I love
lovely
the rooftop
playground.
units. I used to be in construction, so I'm looking at stuff like on the roof, like the roof, HVAC units and the wiring and stuff.
She's really gone in depth
It
with
looks
it, isn't
awesome.
she?
It looks great. I mean, I can just see that just functioning as a building, you know?
Look, there's a basketball on the top. One of
And
the
the
kids.
basketball.
Brilliant.
Oh, somebody.
Absolutely brilliant. Love it.
We need to get Biff from Back to the Future to see if he can,
Yeah.
up there and get it.
It's brilliant. I love it. It's so good. Shami is a wonderful builder, and I knew when I invited Shami and Jarrow that they would both deliver a very, very elegant, beautiful build in the pieces they got. They only had so many 100 pieces. I think it was Shami had 600, was it, or 500, and Jarrow had 100 less. But yeah,
It's awesome.
absolutely
And then
amazing.
it
Go on.
reminds me of a school I used to go. I used to go to my grandma's house, and she used to have this school down the street, and it looks similar to this. And one time I was able to get on the roof, and there were literally 7 to 10 different types of balls
Yeah,
that
yeah.
were on top of the roof. So that's a thing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a thing. That is the caretaker would have to get up there every now and again to get all the stuff down. Oh, look, a little hopscotch that she's made for the kids.
Oh, it's cute.
The basketball hoop,
Oh, great.
and I love this. The little playground that the kids would get to play on at
Oh,
break
little
times.
area.
Gorgeous. She's a very clever builder, is Shami. I do always appreciate the tiny details
There's a
that she
soccer.
adds in.
There's the soccer goal.
Yep, soccer goal.
Great.
Standard in every British playground. You would have that.
That's excellent.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Fantastic. We've got some stuff where the kids might store their outdoor equipment and things. Absolutely, both of them, Shami and Jarrow, there 100% delivering on the goal. And these
So
are
natural.
super believable builds, is what it is what I keep coming back to. Super believable. So there you go. That's Shami and Jarrow's wonderful primary school and shops. We've seen your houses down there. I suppose it's now time to get into the park. Anyway, right, let's have a look then. This is the American Adventure. So, talk about your build here, because I know you are a man who looks at the details, particularly when it comes to attributing your builds to anything, to stuff in real life or stuff that's been done before. So like your bridges in the Marble Canyon, which were pinpoint, I know you must have done humongous amounts of research on the American Adventure theme park. But talk about it. Tell me.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, I drive overnight, so I have a lot of what we call windshield time. It's where you can just sit there and you're by yourself and you kind of think about things. And so a lot of time to kind of, listen to videos and see videos when I get back home about the American Adventure. And then I would just go into research and search YouTube. I would just go all over the place, like search the names of the rides, search where this was in the park, I saw, I think it was Nerd Chacho's video. He did a video of it. And,
Did he?
he all around the park, and he would point out areas and say, this is exactly where Silver City was. This is exactly where,
I didn't know Nerd Chacho had done
yeah,
this.
that's I'll send you the link. It's a great video.
Oh,
And then
wowzers.
so there was a water, I think, like a water treatment plant or some sort of tower near the back of the park.
Yep.
And I tried to like make it, like role play it, like, we got some extra tin from when they tore everything down.
Yeah.
All the tin roofing you see is been recycled. And all the wood, there's some select pieces of wood from the cabin that are in the park,
Ah, brilliant.
And we got it built on the cheap. It's not going to be in like bells and whistles like Disneyland.
No. We like that
But
at Winterland Corp.
kind of like an up-to-date version of what was there in the past, but at a slightly smaller scale.
Yeah. Well, as everybody can see from these views, it's absolutely stunning, Miles. We're going to start. There's 3 entrances effectively to your area. Where would you like to start? Which one? We'll do night views later.
It all started with the bridge. Let's go take a look at the bridge first.
Okay. So we'll enter through that way. So this will eventually exit out into an area that will be going here eventually. But so this was your main. This is your first entrance. Hey, we've got these guys again. They were in Winterland, USA. Beach lifeguards, brilliant. Oh, before we go in,
and I did.
I love that work here on the lake and you put all the fish in and stuff. Electronic boats. All right, wait. I'm getting ahead of myself.
But before we walk in, if you want to walk around to the side of the bridge, to the left side,
over here?
I think there was a challenge. Between the 2 big towns and the coaster, and also Planet Zoo.
Yes. People think that Winterland Corp don't care about animals. Yeah.
Build as possible. So the challenge is to find as many animals also.
Well look, we've got peacocks. Look, we've got a lamb. Got a deer even, sorry. What did I say, a lamb? See, anyone got a problem with the Winterland Corp? You look at what we're putting together here. We've got ducks, mallards. We've got a swan. Oh my god. That's huge.
That's what you call river fish right there.
Oh, we've got some fireflies as well. Love it, man. This is gorgeous. And I like this music in the background.
A couple of viewports too, so you can actually view at night outside, and it's beautiful. Kind of like Tay's viewing window on the other side. You have 3 viewing ports on one side of the bridge.
All right.
And 2 viewing ports on the back side. And then so I wanted to kind of like update with new Americana stuff. Like for example, that bridge right there. There's over 4,000 bridges in Pennsylvania that look exactly like that. They're just old tin red covered bridges. There used to be a movie called The Bridges of Madison County.
Yeah.
That basically features a whole bunch of covered bridges, so that I kind of went with that look.
Yeah.
As opposed to the big, here's the Golden Gate Bridge, and all that thing, because most of the bridges in America are actually just plain looking like that.
Well, it's beautiful, and I think it's a really, really lovely build. Look at all the work inside that you've done. And I love this soundtrack. I'm going to get through this quickly because it's a bit loud right where we are now, and I don't want to drown us out. But where'd you get that piece of music from? I think it's beautiful.
I got I do copyright stuff, but I also do non-copyright too because I have a YouTube channel. So I actually found all this music on Pixabay. And I searched certain terms like country or American or cowboy or
and this is what you found.
This one's called Iowa, and it's actually a track called Iowa. And to be honest with you, there's actually a Silver City, Iowa. And I kind of modeled the back of the park off of that.
Well, we're going to get there probably later because that's over there, isn't it? I can see it. Right, I've come out of this bridge now, and automatically you've got to look at these views across the lake. This is going to be amazing when this lake's full.
That's why I wanted to keep that view. I knew that I grew up on the lake pretty much with my dad, so at night you could see the boats, they're glowing boats, lights from the boats and stuff like that, and the moonlight reflecting off of the surface of water, fireworks. I just kind of wanted to keep that serenity look and just carry that across the whole way.
It's absolutely gorgeous, and this view again is just stunning. This lake is nothing special in terms of shape, right? but it's the same size, same shape as the one in real life. But once it's
I was trying to figure out what to do with that little island right there, the little pinky little island
This bit
thing
here.
where the beach things are. You know, looks that's sticking out.
yeah,
And I was like, that's gonna be a little beach. You
yeah.
know, and people can pull up there and they can go swimming if they want. People actually swam. They actually swam, and they had mechanical boats at Shipley Lake.
Yeah, they did. They did.
And they used it like any American would. They would go on boats. They would take tours. They would do everything on it.
I love this splash zone.
That's
That guy.
That's Jeff Bezos.
But no, seriously.
I like to build a little fun in the park, you know.
Yeah. And it's gorgeous. I mean, all these tiny little details. Look, the little signs. Danger of death, ride areas and stuff. You got the guy jumping out of the way from the water, coming over the little splash zones. All of this going on behind you, and these views are gonna be incredible
too, because you actually look at it from above. That's exactly what the water is. So.
I love that. Look at that, Nightmare Niagara 2. Because the original, if anybody doesn't know, yeah, I know that font well. If anybody doesn't know, the log flume that used to be in the American Adventure was called Nightmare Niagara. It was the tallest ever built in the world. It still is the tallest of that type. Now they don't really make log flumes, do they? They do lots of other things like shoot the chutes and things like that. But it was the tallest ever log flume. And
60,
I think
61 feet, I think it was at the very top of it.
Mad.
And to give you an example, Splash Mountain, I think, is 58 feet or something, or 57 feet.
Yeah.
And then we had one in Holiday World that was 130 feet tall.
Oh,
that actually
hell.
closed down. It actually had a hill section on the drop, and they determined that the best. I determined actually that the best height is probably about 91 feet, which is what that is.
Yeah.
And basically, you're going to have a straight drop, no hill or anything like that, no chance for the boat to fly off or anything like that. So
yeah, it was both awesome and completely terrifying at the same time. It was Ginge. And King Meatbox Chappers is 75 foot. But that's not. It's not an official log flume, as most log flumes nowadays aren't. They're new versions.
They're like water coasters.
Water coasters,
like,
or shoot the chutes and stuff like that, which is very, very different. But
yes,
yes,
Wrights was one of them on the list I looked at, and I was like, okay, well that's a coaster.
But either way, look at that, absolutely insane, and that drop is so ominous. And from this view, you can imagine standing there and watching these people come down and get absolutely drenched.
I did it for half an hour one night. I just sat there and looked at it, and I was like, that's so funny.
It's brilliant.
Looked at it, that angle, yeah, and I was like, especially at night, it just looks great.
We'll look at night later. We'll look at that. Yes, definitely. So I love this. Got a big paddle steamer in it, and you've made use of it, which is really, really nice. Put a shop in it. Big boat barbecue.
I didn't know I could do that, and I was like, well, I'm gonna try it, and so I did it. And you can actually squeeze up to the second level if you're tiny enough. The staircase behind that store, and I figured people would go up there and dinner.
And you put all the tables on it. So you've actually created a full-on restaurant here.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful.
Just one piece. That boat is just one piece.
It's a very good piece, isn't it?
I'm trying to think of how I can maximize the piece count.
Incredible.
And
what do you put on top?
The real name.
Monique.
Monique is the name. There was a picture I found actually that had a riverboat that went around Shipley Lake, and it was named Monique. It was from Louisiana.
See, guys, I told you. Details. This man's all about the details. Oh, we got another swan. Love it. I like all the water lilies and stuff we put around. Really dressed this lake up, made it nice. It was very blank before.
We have a lot of cattails too, like around our lakes and rivers here. So there's a lot of cattail plants as well, and corn.
Look at these! Brilliant for a hot day.
A couple of places, make sense.
Yeah.
People that don't want to get wet, maybe they want to cool down but don't get wet. So there's
What's
a boot
this?
wash over there.
Boot wash! That's so good. I love it. Look, we've got like a crop circle. We've got some dancing girls on the top of the saloon. We've got some dancing girls up here as well. It's
Trying to do it
wonderful.
over the top.
Yeah.
America, with the shows and stuff. So
Oh, we've got an eagle. See, and they say we don't care about our animals. Horse. We'll clean up the poo. Don't worry. Don't worry. Right, Silver City. Outhouse, rides, boats, and barbecue. Ooh. So actually, the entrance really is in here. All of the rides are inside that area there. This is just a lovely scenic route around it, which is nice. I like that.
Yeah, because if you look at the map of the old, I actually went back in time. The only a bit viable map to look on Google Maps was like 2000 something,
Yeah.
or 1997 or something, and I was able to pick out exactly where everything was, but I had to scale it down. So there was a little gap space between Silver City and the waterfront,
Yeah.
and so I was like, I'm just gonna create a little field there,
Yeah.
just kind of put some beauty there. And
There was a lot of open space in the old park. A lot of like just green grass.
like Disney, they redirected your views a little bit, which is kind of cool back at the old park. They kind of forced you this way, forced you that way, which is what Disney does.
What are we coming across first? Our first ride, Texas Twister, and I love the basic shape twister you've made.
Yeah.
And the sign, that's really cool. That's very cool, man.
What's trippy is that paneling actually changes. It's almost like it's alive, like clouds. Like if you move back and forth,
Oh yeah.
it actually changes.
Because of the Z fighting kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasant little surprise there. Made it work
Just
for
kind
you.
of left it there. Made it look like smoke or clouds,
Yeah. I love it. Right, so let's go through this nice cube that we have here. And we'll have a look at this ride.
Everything is wheelchair accessible in this park, part of the park as well. By the way.
Good. We like that. Like that. There's people out there who just find any excuse to go at us, you see. So if we're covering our bums at the get-go, that's nice. And there's a lot going on in this build. They got flying cows. We got flying cows.
Stationary. I got some stationary animatronic cows that just sit there that look like they're flying, but they're like stuck to the wall.
Oh.
We have a ride like this called Cyclone Sam's, actually at World of Fun. That's actually an indoor tornado with lights and stuff like that. So I recreated that.
I love it. Love the cloud effects. All the electricity going off. I bet this looks good at night as well.
Yeah, the fireman stationed outside too in case anything goes wrong.
I love it. Now we're going to go straight in to the park, I suppose. Now we've passed our first one. I love all the lightning that's going off and all the explosions in there. It sounds proper ominous,
The big cloud actually comes outside in a little bit of Silver City at the very edge, so you get to feel like there's actually a tornado outside too.
It's brilliant. I'm just reading this. Population 1932, 1,932, 11 3 feet. What's 11
It's
3
actually, I
feet?
think it was 11. It's basically a elevation. It's an
Oh,
abbreviation for the word elevation, and then 3 foot is basically above sea level. So everything's gonna be flat. So that's why I kind of laid off on the terraforming too.
that's fine. And you know you can terraform. Everyone's allowed to terraform in this map. General store. I love this. Now, I remember this in the American event. So they used to have like a Wild West show. And you all used to stand at the sides. And then they'd just ride through on their horses and shoot each other with fake guns and stuff like that.
They'd want to do a stunt show also. They'd have people climb up on, they put ladders on each one of the builds over there, and they would basically climb up there and jump off into hay bales and stuff like that.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant. I remember it. I remember thinking, wow, I was standing. There was like a post, and it had like a base on it, about the height of that bin, and I was standing on the top of the post, standing on top of the base, holding onto the post, watching it. I remember it. Proper memories this is giving me.
Always add shows too later because I could always add blueprints and just give them to you and just plug them in the park.
Yeah.
Like stage shows and stuff like that. So.
Well, Planko 2. Planko 2. If we can make parades in Planko 2,
that'd be great.
That will be insane. I love this backing as well. We've got a nice little ATM hidden in there. Little bit of just facade work. Beautiful.
I knew that where the ATM was going to go first off. I was like, it's got to go in the old
jailhouse. Yeah.
It's going to go right there. Only place it can go.
Oh, and you got staff room in this one. Very good.
The actors, the stage plays, actors.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it's a brilliant build again, mate. Fantastic. Proper memories it gives me here. Rooms, saloon, and bath. I assume this must be like where most of your food and drink is. I love the tumbleweed coming across. So what we got in here? We got some. I let you choose your food and drink, didn't I? What we got? We got a cheap beef. We got a milkshakes. A couple of toilets. Pip shot water. Nice. And an ice cream place. Ooh. You got a speaker hidden in there somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Clever man. The old bar. I love it, mate. American Adventures. And this font, I recognise it. Oh, it's the Jurassic font. Ah! Very cool. I also like, by the way, your custom lamps. Very nice. Go on.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's one thing. The first thing I did was custom lamps. I just was like, okay, we're gonna go. I need to build something that's gonna be replicated many times, you know. And I get that stuff out of the way first, and then I kind of roll with it, and it's ready to go right when I'm ready to start naming stuff. So it's ready to go.
It's great, mate. It's really good. We're coming across our next flat ride here, the Revolver. I like it because it revolves. Makes perfect sense. Using the gun pieces that never get used ever. Lovely simple skin here, doing the job. Really great ride these. Nice queue. All integrated really nicely. Oh, sorry.
We have one of these called Zulu at our park, and it's kind of like tucked away in the corner like that. So I kind of get that feeling too. It's kind of tucked away behind things and stuff.
Very good. Oh, got a coaster going past. Fun. Look, there you go. Looking after the cows and the chickens in our park. Don't you worry about it. All animal safety and well-being thought of. More peacocks. Another deer, see? Look at this. People say we don't care. Woo! We've got some backstaging going on over here. Love it.
That's the fireman in case anything goes wrong on Texas Twister.
That's great. Sorry, I've just gone right off where we were. Where were we? Over here. Well, we've got 3 rides left to go. Let's what should we do? Let's have a look at our third flat ride, and then we'll do the big ones. How about that? Billy Flyers. That's nice. Good name. And we got the lovely
This is
aeronauts. Got the bell on the top.
This is a shout out to where my wife's in Philadelphia, so we actually went to Philadelphia and got to see the Liberty Bell in person, and I found one of these on the Steam Workshop, a Team TK swinging Liberty Bell.
Nice.
I was like, it has to be in the market, so I grabbed it and that's that.
Mad. I love it. Very, very nice build again. Nice and clean. A lot of red, white and blue. Exactly what we want. Nice, neat cues. And that sign's brilliant.
I love it. I love that font too. The coloring too.
It's good. It's a really lovely font, isn't it? Very, very nice. Very, very nice, Miles. And this will be out into our next area. And again, we've got our sign there. Love it. Right, I want to ride a coaster. Who wants to ride a coaster? We've got the Barn Burner. That looks mad. That picture.
That's an AI image I created on my phone, and then basically added a font with my phone. I did all my phone basically, and then recorded the game.
Brilliant. Arms up. Woohoo! Oh, great head chopper there. Might have lost that. I love the hay as you go through.
Taking the hay out of the barn while it was on fire.
Three laps! Look at this, guys! Choo choo! I'd love this. This would be so much fun. Love it. Absolutely love it. That'd be so much fun to ride.
That's Dorothy's house from Wizard of Oz, by the way.
Ah. I did wonder.
Living on the farm, so I was like, okay, I gotta do something. So, but,
here we go.
It's like a little family coaster. This little station flyby.
That first drop is brilliant. This would be so much fun to go on. A couple of little airtime hills there. Bunny hills into the station.
The same thing. She was like, she'd go on these in real life. She'd go on all this in real life.
Yeah.
And that's saying something. It seems like it's a fun ride. She wants to do it. So.
Oh, look, we've got the font on the top. Barn Burner. Love it. So good. Beautiful. And we'll look at that again at night in a bit. But first, I think we need to do one more daytime ride. And that is our main event. Nightmare Niagara 2. Again, these views of this ride from here. Amazing.
I was looking around one night. I just sat there for 20, 30 minutes and just walked around the park, and I just was like, whoa, just like these views are just naturally coming. And they had the plan back in
Yeah.
2007 and 1990s, and it's just amazing seeing how that plan could be updated, how it looked right now.
Yeah.
So this was like the views just came naturally, you know.
Right. This is the scariest log flume I've ever been on. Was Nightmare Niagara. I think I was only 9, but the sheer height, I remember feeling, oh my goodness me, this is bad. This is high. First off, having a look around. Oh, we got another picture. Look. Nightmare Niagara 2, American Adventures. Love it.
Up the hill to Niagara, and you're going over in a barrel.
Yeah. I love it. Really, really nicely set out. Okay, here we go. Get ready. Hold on tight. Look, we got another deer. Those good nicers telling us we don't care about animals. Oh, it's a bear! It's a wet bear. And her cubs. Hey, look, there they are. Oh, we got a crow up on the top. Ready? Yee-hoo!
Makes you splash.
Niagara Base Camp. I remember.
Get splashed by the other toboggans.
Yeah. This is a tall ride.
It's great view of the park at the top, too.
Here we go. Got another little eagle there. I feel sorry for that bloke. Oh my goodness. He had that job. Whoever's got that job. Lonely day. Oh. Yeah, you'd get very, very wet on there. And then you got the ladies waving to us as we go back into the station. I love it. It's such a good little ride. It's not a little ride. It's such a good ride. And the banjo again in the background. Man. Welcome back. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, the first Nightmare Niagara had, I think, 3 or 4 different drops before the main drop. This one has 3 drops before the main drop.
Yeah.
And so I had to take one S curve out to fit within the border because the scaling.
Yeah.
Scaling is different in plant code. The log flume is so much bigger than it actually should be.
Yes.
But I was able to fit it in to give that same effect where you're just kind of going through different little waterfalls throughout the mountainside.
I think it's brilliant. And like Nightmare Niagara at the American Adventure was what it turned into. Nightmare Niagara was not what it started as. It started off as a small log flume with a couple of drops. Then they added then they added the humongous drop on it afterwards.
You look at pictures of it, it's like it's almost like built in place, and it's kind of like remind me of my park. We had an aero coaster that was built in place by people that would go up in the air and weld it together.
Yeah.
And it seemed like to me that people would like go there and repair sections of the log flume track and add plywood pieces on the sides to keep water in certain areas.
Yeah.
It was really kind of rudimentary, but it worked.
It was mad.
And,
it was mad. But this final drop, the big drop on Nightmare Niagara, wasn't originally there. they added that whole last drop. So it had 4 drops. The final drop, the third drop, was the big drop. And then they added this bit on. So they completely changed the layout of the track and added this massive drop on the end, which made it completely, like, turned it from a kiddie's little water splash into...
kind of like a never really finished piece. It's like, they were kind of always working on it.
Yeah, mad. And it had a tunnel at one point as well. Bonkers.
Wanted to go with the tunnel, but then I just thought there's just so many great views going up the top of there and stuff.
You don't need it.
I just kept the tunnel off.
It didn't need it. It doesn't need anything.
Parks nowadays, they don't do that. Unfortunately, they don't do a lot of that unless you're like Disney or something like that. They'll just like, here's the ride. We can add that later. Another season we might add the tunnel, or might add this, or might add that. That sort of thing.
I love it. I love it. It's such a good ride, mate. And this is a beautiful area. Oh, look at all those beautiful yellowy colours. Definitely with the Western style. Let's have a quick zoom around. I want to see this bridge at night. Oh, look at this. Gorgeous.
Simple, basic,
It gets the job done. It's exactly what you want. And these views at night. Look at this. Imagine when we have some big, like, other theming in the background there. It's gonna be insane.
We've got those little buoys in our lake here that cordon off sections of the lake so other people won't be able to go in there.
Yeah,
This is the boating area and stuff. So those little buoys you see are kind of marking out there that area for that.
Brilliant.
Yeah, the views at night.
Look at the colour you've got on that track. Have you used uplights there, like some big white lights?
Yeah, I sunk a couple of spotlights. Something simple. I didn't want it to be completely lit up or anything like that. I just wanted the beauty of the night to kind of take over.
Yeah. Beautiful. Look at all the fireflies in the in the fields. Oh, look at this Silver City all lit up. It's gorgeous.
At nighttime over Silver City, it looks great too.
Hold on. Oh yeah, look at that.
That's great. I kind of felt like it was there when I was building this. I was like, am I really there?
I want to see this going round with all the electrics and stuff. Oh mate, what a wonderful area you've made. I'm really, really chuffed with this.
Just try to keep it simple and fun and not too serious.
No, it's brilliant. It's exactly what we wanted.
Moonlight just reflects off the supports and the towers and stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of gives you that mountainy feel. How about putting a splash zone sign on the coaster house right there?
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't feel that bad about the guy standing there, but this guy at the top, he hasn't even got a harness. I am a bit worried about him.
And no umbrella, so you better have some sunblock on.
Yeah.
I got those from Meta. I saw those in Meta. I was like, oh, I gotta have those standing, guys.
Alright.
Arms up.
Arms up, here we go, guys. Final drop. Nightmare Niagara 2. Here we go. Ah! You're absolutely drenched. Hey, ladies. It's brilliant. It's such a good ride.
Never get tired.
Nope. Brilliant. What a fantastic area, mate. Thank you so much. Thank you so
no
much.
Worries.
There is something else.
I'm going to give you that blueprint. We should ride it with the blueprint.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, like a side by
Yeah, it's
side.
amazing.
Get the kids to
Coming
pull.
by, coming around there with the music going.
Yeah,
It's mhm.
we do have one other little thing from you, don't we? And I've got,
Yeah.
and it's a video, so we'll talk about it afterwards. But we do have a final flourish, which take place in Silver City. The American Adventure theme park, Silver City was like where everything went on. They had parades in there, they had the shows, they had the stunt shows and the shoot offs and stuff like that. They also had music and stuff like that. It was like the centre of the park for me that I remember. It was like the main event of the park, and we've got a little evening show. Um, if you that you could hang around in Silver City for your evening show. So we're going to go to a little video now. Back in a few minutes.
Walking down the whiskey roads, dusty dreams a heavy load. Night will fall where the sunlight fades, hearts are wandering aimless strays. Old guitar and a lonesome tune, stars will light the prairie moon. Feet are tired but the spirit's high, whiskey roads we drank the sky. Dusty dreams and open plains, aching hearts with no restraint, finding hope in a sip so deep. On whiskey roads we sow and reap. Rustic barns and silent fields, broken dreams that time conceals. Yet we march on through the haze, in our hearts a fire blaze. Dusty dreams and open plains, aching hearts with no restraint, finding hope in a sip so deep. On whiskey roads we sow and reap. Ruddy boots and miles to go, every shadow tells us so. Through the pain and through the cheer, dusty dreams bring us near. Dusty dreams and open plains, aching hearts with no restraints, finding hope in a sip so deep. On whiskey roads we sow and reap. Muddy boots and miles to go, every shadow tells us so. Through the pain and through the cheer, dusty dreams bring us near.
Well, there you have it. What a fantastic creation there from Mr. CmilesKC. You still there, sir?
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you very much. That I haven't seen that the whole way through. I only saw the first like 30 seconds to make sure it worked. It's brilliant. It's such a great little,
Oh, no worries.
fun little flourish at the end there. And what an amazing build. Thank you very much for taking part, mate. Is there anything I've missed or you want to say before I let you go? Because I've got to get on. We've got big stuff to do. They've got new builders with big shoes to fill now.
No worries. Yeah, I appreciate it. It was a blast building this. You know, I like to build, things for fun, and
Yeah.
this is a fun thing to do, and I'm always there, I'm just like to have fun and play around,
Yeah.
so I had a blast doing it, blast researching it,
Yeah.
and just a blast, doing everything for it. So it was a fun deal.
Well, I'm glad you could take part. It's a real honour to have you in. Thank you so much for being here, mate. You have been absolutely fabulous. Your area is gorgeous. I really, really am honoured to have you part of this. And thank you again. Thank you so much. Peace
Really,
out, man.
thanks all, and have a good day. Take care.
Thank you very much. Right, guys. Wow, what a fabulous second part to the park. Now it's time to move on. Just so you know, as I said before on stream, due to a massive influx of cash, where we sold some of our properties abroad, we now have the ability to push forward on the theme park, on Wonderland GB, and get it open a bit quicker. In fact, we are looking at a timescale now of having it open within a month or so. But we're going to need to really ramp up the building to do that. And Angela Simmons has also been in touch. And well, I'll tell you what she's been up to. You can hear what she wants from us in the video. But needless to say, we've already started work on what she's asked for. But anyway, don't need to talk anymore. Here's Angela. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Shipley. I am overjoyed at the current state of development here, and with another successful project finished and the new houses already sold and being moved into, the new Shipley development is really coming on. We want to give a special thank you to your builders for the wonderful new primary school and local shops. The public really appreciate it, and the school has already started taking applications for September. News of your park's imminent opening has got everyone very talkative, and where most of the chatter is positive, we have heard some views that the local road networks are not ready. Central government have tasked me with ensuring that transport networks are drastically improved, and a group of professionals have been working with me on putting together a 3-step plan for transport in the area. Step 1, the local road network. Before your park is open, I would like a full road network complete in the area with appropriate road markings, and you will need to ensure that there is enough parking for the theme park. I would also like you to make sure that local traffic and theme park traffic are sufficiently separated. Step 2, local bus routes. Before the park is open, we would like you to have put in place bus stops near the local shops and at the southernmost point of the Shipley housing development. This will become part of the new bus route between Heenaw and Ilkeston, with Shipley being in the middle. We would also like a larger bus station near your park entrance for vital road links between Derby and Nottingham. Step 3, the train station. There are plans in the works for a new high-speed rail link between Nottingham and Derby, with a station potentially along the north of your property. Please plan for and set aside a section of land where this future construction could take place. As for the theme park, well, I am beyond impressed with your American adventure inspired area, and think that the new log flume is absolutely brilliant. I would hope before you open, though, that we would have a few more thrills and spills, as we currently are still only in single figures when it comes to rides. We need some new attractions to really pull the guests in on opening day. Anyway, you are the experts. I trust you. I am off now to have a ride on Nightmare Niagara. Back to you, Winder.
So there you have it, guys. Right, Angela has got a lot to say. Three-prong attack, if you want. Luckily, she's not worried about step 3 yet. That's down the line, and I'm not even sure if that's happening. But step 1, she wanted clear, rooted roads, and in place, regardless whether we've built on the land yet or not. So in true Winder fashion, I've got ahead of the game, and we have already done step 1 for her. The roads are very clearly marked. We're going to have a roundabout here, which will be an entrance into Shipley. There'll be more of housing estates. Some of this greyed out area is for future commercial use, like restaurants, cafes, maybe a retail park or something. This area here is set aside for what may eventually become an old people's retirement village. So there's lots and lots of stuff in place, but we do have the roads done effectively. So we're all set out with our road markings. Tick. Job done. Thank you very much, Angela. All right, step 2. Oh no, part of step 1, she wanted traffic between the theme park and Shipley separate. Well, unfortunately, it's not possible to do that. But we can separate it the best we can. So this road here will be a main 40-mile-an-hour speed limit road. All of this is residential 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. So we can keep our fast-moving traffic away from the houses. So we're going to have here our bus station. The bus station will need to be a 2-pronged bus station in the fact that we were going to have bus stops here for local bus traffic and for local stuff between Heanor and Ilkeston and Shipley. Okay, so local buses would be using here and here as the in and out. And we would expect to see some bus stations along here, a bus stop along here. The other side is a coachway for large national coaches and buses that are coming to the theme park. Drop off and pick up with parking for coaches outside over here. This will be our car park. So we're all sorted for step 1. Step 2, though, that is where I'm running out. I can't do everything myself. So I decided to get in touch with some of our ex-builders. Particularly, there was one of our ex-builders that this kind of challenge really suits this person. Want to find out who it is? Here you go. We have got a lot of building to do because, as I said, we've got to ramp up opening day. So today we are actually going to be looking at 2 new builders for the park as well. So we're going to have 4 builders going off onto their little missions at the end of this stream today. Mental, absolutely crazy. And because we've got Angela breathing down our neck saying we're only in single figures for rides and stuff like that, we are going to do 2 areas for her, and then we're going to open the park. We'll have 3 completed areas and the entrance plaza and all of our infrastructure for transportation in place. How good is that?
So there you have it. 2 new builders, 2 new areas, 2 weeks to do it. But who could we get in to build? Well, one is a highly experienced in delivering beautiful experiences catered to youngsters. And the other delivers coaster thrills like no other. Introducing its Firefly NL84, an RC fan for life. Good luck.
That's been the 2-week challenge. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Thank you to all the new builders, but mainly thank you to Miles. Miles, you are an absolute genius, and this area is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, guys.